Hey everyone, welcome back to Rachel's Fit Pilates. This is reformer footwork. You can do this with a TRX band or you can do it with a chair if that's what you have at home. So setting the TRX band, you want to put it near the hinges and ideally for the door closing away from you. So we're stepping away, we have a slight bend in our elbows. We're going to be in a Pilates V position and we're going to come up and back down. So staying on our toes, we are in a V where the toes are turned out and the heels are together. And we're coming down to whatever's a comfortable position for your knees. If it's all the way down so that the knees are in line with the hips, that's great. If it's not that much, just do a few inches, whatever's comfortable for you. After 10, we'll go into parallel so the legs are together on the balls of the feet and we'll go down and back up for 10. Now notice when I come up, I'm one long line. I'm not hinging backwards. So this shows I'm at an appropriate distance away from the TRX band. And notice as we're on the balls of our feet for most of these exercises, you're going to really be feeling this in your quads directly above your knee. After 10, we'll put our feet flat down and start to do a squat for 10. So again, here you can come down to whatever's comfortable for you. We're keeping the legs in parallel. So you might feel that you can't go down as far as you normally would with the feet hip distance apart. So just stay in whatever's a comfortable range of motion for you. The next one we'll do is the same position, but trying to be a little bit more on your heels. So this is difficult because you're having more of your weight pushed to the back, so you might feel it's more in your glutes, but you also have to counterbalance your upper body. So again, just stay in a comfortable range. It might be smaller than you think, but we just want to stay in a healthy range of motion for our knees and our backs and not hinging forward too much. Now we'll move on. So we're going to go bending down, up in the balls of your feet, stand up and back down. So we're going to do 10 like this and then we'll reverse direction. Now as we're doing so much work through the balls of our feet, make sure you're not hyperextending in your low back. If you're feeling pressure in your low back as you come up on the balls of your feet, try to release that. So you may feel like you need to bring your pelvis in a little more posterior tilt just to counterbalance and make it more neutral. Okay, so reverse that. Toes, bend, heels, and up. Up on the balls, bend, heels, and up. Now, as we're coming down, make sure you're pressing evenly through the balls of the feet so that you're not putting too much pressure on one knee. Now, if you've taken a reformer class, you know what the footwork is. What I really enjoy about it is that you do so much work on the balls of your feet, which typically you don't do in weightlifting. So what I found is I've really been able to build muscle right above my knees, so at the bottom part of my quads. And that helps counterbalance how big your upper thigh looks. Anything where we can think about building instead of losing is great. Okay, now from here, we're gonna lift one foot and back down. So just staying on the right or the left, going up onto the ball of the feet, coming down and staying in a squat position. Now switch to the other side. Now we'll work through second position. So put your legs hip distance apart and legs are parallel. We're going to come up and down. So when I say legs are parallel, that means that the toes are pointed forward, that your feet are making an 11. So we'll work in parallel and we'll work turned out, so in external rotation. And to get the most out of the movement, squeeze your glutes at the top here and feel like you're bringing those inner thighs together as the legs straighten. Now come up on the balls of the feet and we will repeat that. So just coming down and coming back up. This time staying on the balls of the feet, legs are still in parallel. And we want to make sure the knees are going straight forward, that they are not going in or going out. This is going to be working your vastus lateralis and vastus medialis, two of your quad muscles, to keep those knees tracking properly. For the next one, squat down, back to the balls of the feet, stand up and back down. So just repeating the sequence we did when our legs were together. Now repeat in the opposite direction. Now as you come down, really just feel like you're melting into the movement, tracking the knees evenly over the toes, just coming down nice and controlled. Okay, you can shake those legs out. We will move on to second position in lateral rotation, so turned out. You can inhale and then exhale, come down. Inhale, come up, exhale, come down. Now, if you need to bring your feet further out, that's fine. I adjusted my position here because this feels more comfortable for me. Now we'll come down and pause for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring one foot up and back down. So staying in that squat position, you're just going up on the ball of the foot and coming back down. So we'll do 20 on one side and 20 on the other side. And remember, you can pause at any time if you feel like your legs are cramping. If it's just too much, you can march them out. Whenever I give those cues in class, I always think of my husband, who was a Marine, and whenever I've given him those cues, he sees it as more of a challenge. Now go ahead and go to the other side, and we'll do 20 coming up on the balls of the feet and back down, staying in that squat position. March those legs out. We'll come back into that externally rotated, that turned out position. Squat down, come up on the balls of the feet, straighten, and back down. We'll do 10 like this and then reverse direction. Now come up on the balls of the feet, squat down, and come back up. Now we haven't talked about ab engagement at all, but it is important to keep the abs engaged to prevent from hyperextending in the low back, to support your spine. That ab engagement will really help maintain the position that your pelvis is supposed to be in as we're doing these positions. Okay, you can come up, shake those legs out. Now we'll move into some squat holds. So legs in parallel, feet together, we're going to squat down. Now I know we have the support of the TRX band or the chair, but try to pretend it's not there. Try to loosen your grip if you feel like you're holding on to it for support too much. You may need to shift forward like I did there because I was noticing I was putting too much pressure on those bands. Come up, we'll go into a second position and do a squat hold here. Take an inhale, exhale, come down, and we'll hold. Now, as you are down here, you can alter your feet position, you can turn out more, you can bring your legs to a wider stance if that's more comfortable for you. Whatever will make you stay down, keeping those quads engaged. Come up, you could shake the legs out, do a little march, and we're going to go into some single leg work. Feet in parallel, the heel of one foot is up, you're resting on the ball of the foot, and you're going to come down and come back up. We'll do 10 on one side and 10 on the other side. And you're resting on the ball of that foot just to give yourself a little bit more support, but you're really trying to work through that standing leg. Put that heel down, now go up to the ball of the foot of the other one, and come down and up for 10. Okay, last exercise, we're gonna do some lunges here, so working more through the glute. So reaching one leg back, balancing on the ball of the foot and coming back to that starting position. And try not to have the knee of the standing leg come over the toe. And you wanna keep your abdominals engaged here to help support your spine and keep it in a neutral position. Come up and we'll go to the other side. Now, over the years doing this at the gym and watching myself, I've learned I can't put my foot out as far as I think I need to. This helps keep that back leg at a 90-degree angle, and it helps hit the quad much more. Now, you could use this workout as part of your leg day. You could use it after a run or after a walk. There's so much that you can gain from the different positions that we do, especially through the balls of the feet, which is really unique to Pilates and to bar exercises. Thank you so much for joining me, and click subscribe if you haven't already.